If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in intermediate level where you are building concepts on vectors. So today we will see what is linear dependence and independent vector, and then we will see what is reciprocal system of vector, and then finally we will see the product of four vectors. Okay, then let's see this. What is linearly dependent and independent vector? Linear dependency or independency. A system of vector, these are said to be linearly dependent if there exist scalars so that linear combination is possible. If linear combination is possible, all non-zero. One thing is that if you put x1, x2, x3 all at 0, then it is always true, but that is not the case. That is possible, but that is not I am talking about in linear dependence. That should not, all should not be 0. 1, 2 can be 0, but others should be 3, 4, 5 or -1 or any scalar value. If it is possible to write it in this fashion, then we will say all these vectors are linearly dependent. We can write them in linear combination. Sorry, you just made this one correct. Linearly independent if they are all zeros. That means you cannot write it. If you can write it with some linear combination, then it is dependent. If you cannot write it with any linear combination, that means the only possibility is put all zeros, then only it will be true, because you cannot have any other values of x, and so that linear combination is possible. This means it is not possible to write them linearly in a linear combination. It is possible to write it in linear combination without non-zeros. Okay. Suppose now you say a vector, I have written it, I told you any three vector, if you give non-coplanar, we can write a fourth vector. Any vector can be written as sum of any three vectors. Suppose a is this, then you can say, see, these are the vectors 1, 2, 3, 4. All these four vectors are given as the linear combination 1, -2, -4, 7, where x1 is 1, x2 is -2, x3 is -4. So this linear combination is possible. That means A can be represented as a linear combinations of these four vectors with this value x1, x2, x3, whatever value, that is not required. If I can write it, then they are linearly dependent. So from here you can say every set of four vectors is linearly dependent. Any four vectors you can easily write them as linearly dependent. Just now we have saw universal law of space. If you give given three non-coplanar vectors, then you can find the fourth one. Fourth vector can be represented by these three. So that linear combination is always possible with these three and that resultant four. So that for this one you can see any vector R can be. So R, A, B, C all will be linearly dependent because you can write it, and that is for any non-coplanar vectors. So any four vectors you take non-coplanar, obviously out of these three should be non-coplanar, then they form a linearly dependent set of vectors. Now suppose ijk. Now what is ijk? Are they linearly dependent or independent? So if you say ijk, I should be able to write x1i, x2j, x3k. Can I write it that is equal to 0? When it is possible? Because I should be equal to I, j should be equal to j, k should, there is no I, j, k, so x1 should be equal to 0, x2 should be, that means all equal to 0. That means I cannot write any other values of x1, x2, x3 except 0. That means I cannot write it actually without 0. So if I cannot write it without 0, that means they are linearly independent. So they are not linearly dependent. You cannot write them at linear combination. Write them as linear combination, that means sum of the linear combination equal to 0. You cannot do it without putting all these scalars as 0. So that's why linearly independent. Now two vectors A, B are linearly independent, which implies that A, B are collinear or parallel. Why? Because if you say linearly dependent, that means you can write it without having x1, x2, 0. So that means you can write A is equal to x2 by x1 equal to B. That means A is a lambda into B if I take this lambda. What is the meaning of this one? This is nothing but collinear. So if they are collinear, then vice versa you can say if they are collinear, then you can write it in linear combination, that is equal to 0. So that's what it is said. So it is linearly dependent, that means collinear vectors, any two collinear vectors, they are linearly dependent. So if two vectors are linearly dependent, then they are collinear or parallel. If two vectors are parallel, vice versa, they are linearly dependent. If they are linearly dependent, then they are parallel, because you can write it in linear combination. This is nothing but linear combination. If you take lambda that side, then x1 is 1, x2 is minus lambda. So linear combination is possible. So that's why it is linearly dependent. Any three vectors A, B, C are linearly dependent. This was of 2 if they are collinear. If they are coplanar. If they are coplanar, then it is possible. How? From the universal law of the plane. You can see AB, suppose if they are linearly dependent, that means you are writing it in linear combination. So if you are writing in something of linear combination of this fashion, that means you can write it in this fashion. So if r is equal to xa plus yb, what I told you, r is equal to xa plus yb, that means r is any vector on that plane. That's what I have explained. R is any vector on that plane. If you have given AB, that R is the any vector in this plane. That means R, AB, they all coplanar. They are at same plane. Because you can write it in this way. So there can be any vector R in that plane of AB. So R, AB, they are at same plane. Then only you can write it. So if you are writing in three vectors in this linear combination, that means they are at same plane, all three. So that means R, AB are coplanar if linear combination is possible. That means they are linear dependent also, because linear combination is possible. You see x1 is 1, x2 is minus x, and x3 is minus y. So you are writing it in linear combination. So that means, and how three vectors are coplanar, just now we have studied in STP. If box ABC is 0, then they are coplanar. So that means if they are coplanar, they will be linearly dependent. If three vectors are coplanar, then that means they are linearly dependent. If they are linearly dependent, that means they are coplanar. So you have to remember this. Now what is reciprocal system of vectors? Suppose you have given three vectors A, B, C, then A dash, B dash, C dash will be the reciprocal of A, B, C, this vector system. You have to remember the order A, B, C, so A dash, B dash, C dash. A will be the reciprocal of A dash, you can think of B, this set, the entire set of A, B, C. So the reciprocal set of A, B, C is A dash, B dash, C dash, not individual one. If provided, when it is possible, when we will say it is reciprocal system, if A dash, B, B dash, C, C dash, dot products, they are equal to 1. If it is possible, then it is. Now when it is possible, if you calculate, if your A dash becomes this, then it is possible. I will show one how it is possible. So actually your A dash, B dash, C dash becomes this. A is B cross C, you have to remember this cycle, A, B, C. So for A dash it will be BC by A box ABC. For B dash it will be CA by box ABC. For C dash it will be AB by box ABC. All in clockwise direction. Now how to show if this is true, then this is true. Means if A dash is this one, then this is satisfying. Now what is B cross C? BC sin theta n cap. What is ABC if I take it A dot B cross C? So it is B A BC sin theta. A dot BC sin theta, B cross C is BC sin theta n cap, and A dot. So A dot BC sin theta n cap, let that angle between A and that n cap is alpha. So that's why I have taken A BC sin theta magnitude, that is magnitude of this one, and the angle between that cross product, that is n cap and A. So the angle between A and n cap is alpha. That's why it is cos alpha. Okay, now if you do, now BC sin theta will cancel out. Now you have to, which one is this one? A dash. A dash is this much. Now A dash you have to find, that should be equal to 1. So if you dot A dash, so magnitude of A, okay, A, magnitude of A dash is, what will be A dash? 1 by A cos alpha. And what is the angle between that A and A dash? A dash is this one. A dash, the vector is n cap, and A is A. So what is the angle between A and n cap? I have taken A, and angle between that is alpha. So that should be cos alpha. Magnitude of this one, magnitude of this one, angle between these two. And A dash, the direction is n cap. So the angle between these two is alpha. So it will be cos alpha. So you can say cos alpha get cancel A, so it is 1. Similarly, you will find all these also satisfies this condition. So that's why they form a reciprocal system. For that you have to find this A dash, B dash, C dash in this way. Next is the product of 4 vectors. Suppose you have 4 vectors, then again what will be the scalar product of 4 vectors? You see how many possible combinations are there, so that the answer should become scalar. So one possible is that you take cross of these two and then take dot. So vector cross vector will be vector, vector cross vector, vector. So vector vector dot will be equal to scalar. Your output should be scalar, because I am saying scalar product. Or you can do it with A, D, B, C also. These are the all possibilities. Or you can say B, D first, then A, C, A, whatever. So all these possibles I have written, that's why comma. So all other dot dot dots. So these are all known as scalar products of 4 vectors. And the formula is A cross B dot C cross D. This is the formula. So if you do it, you can expand it, and if you find it, you can remember it. This is AC AD, AC AD, then BC BD, BC BD in determinate form. Or if you want to remember it this way, I told you the farthest one, this into this, AC, then BD. First you do AC, then BD, then last is AD, BC, AD, BC. You can remember this way, or you can remember it determinant way also. Now the vector product. Now what is the possible? Only possible is this one, cross of these two, because you cannot take dot. If you take dot, it becomes scalar. So scalar, then you cannot cross it. So you have to maintain all the time cross. So A cross B will be a vector, then C cross D will be vector, then this two vector cross will be also a vector, because your output should be a vector, so you cannot use dot. So it is called vector product of four vectors A, B, C, D. All other possibilities are there. You can do it A, C, then B, D. But this is one of such format. So if it is this format, if you want to open it, you can remember it in this way. The same way I told you the farthest one, the A, B, D. So A, B, D, STP scalar product. In case of 2, it was A dot C, because two vectors scalar product was A dot C. Now if it is 3 vector A, B, D, the farthest is A, B, D. So that out of what is the scalar product of 3 vector? Box ABC. So box ABC, then C minus ABC, the near one to AB is C. So ABC, box ABC, D. Or you can take it in reverse way also. From this side, if you say which one is the farthest, A. So ACD with B, then the near one BCD with A. You can remember it either way. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.